How is everyone today? Today we're making a special little treat. We're going to do pickled beets. I went to the garden and I got me some beets. And what I did was I cut the tops off, then I boiled them until they were fork tender. And then I cut the bottoms and the tops off all the way, peeled them. Now I'm going to dice them into bite-sized pieces. And I also have a little bit of an onion here, like half a small onion. But first, let's get our brine going. Simple. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then 1½ teaspoons of salt. There's my 1. There's my half. That's it. I'm going to put this on the stove and keep stirring it, bring it to a boil. So, pickled beets is not your thing, you say. I'm here to tell you, they're super good. All I'm going to do with these bad boys is I'm going to slice them. I don't even know how much I'm going to get. I just picked a few of them. I may only get 1 pint, and that's okay. I like these. And what's good, they're good on salads, they're good on if you want to put out some veggies for a party. A lot of people wear gloves. Then again, a lot of people are smarter than me, because this dye will color your hands. But you know what? Back in the day, beets is how they made red clothing. They would just soak them in the beet juice. Look at that. Awesome. And I'm done with that. So, I have been processing my jars in my water bath canner already. So now I will show you what I'm going to do with that. Let's get some of this stuff out the way as we prep our jars. I have hands that can handle it. So I washed them, I put them in boiling water. Now they're they're steaming away inside the hot water bath canner. I think I'm going to get 2 of these. So, all right, I'm going to layer the bottom with onion. You can use yellow, you can use white. It don't matter. I'm going to do both jars right quick. These are also good to eat once you take them out. Now, I'm going to also put in here, this is pickling spice. Regular old pickling spice. I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of pickling spice in each one. Now, why not use the fingers? Let's put these chunks of beets right in there. My brine is behind me cooking. That's going to come to a boil here real soon. I'm just going to divide these up even between the 2 jars. You're supposed to pack them in, all that stuff too, but you know what? I'm the only one that likes them, so that's why I'm making them small. Because I don't want to waste them, because they're good. Now I'm going to put onions on top as well. And because this one has less beets, it gets more onion. Bam. Alright, once my brine comes to a boil, we'll finish it up. Now that my brine is ready, we can begin the magic. So I am gonna just put this awesome brine. You gotta bring your brine to a full boil. It'll be clear. If you use apple cider vinegar, it's gonna have a little yellowy tint, but if you use white, it'll be clear. The sugar will completely dissolve, as will the salt. We're going to leave at least a 1/2 inch headspace. And we're going to move on to the next one. Yum. This smells so good already. Then I'm going to put these in the hot water bath canner. Depending on your altitude, you can go 10 minutes, is the suggested if you're like at sea level. Oops. And in situations where you put too much in, take some out. Of course, I'm going to take out a bunch of the pickling spice with it. So, you know what, that's the beauty of canning. If that happens, give it a little wee shake. There's some more. Alright, almost done. Next, you must wipe off the rims. You want to get like that pickling spice that I got on there. You want to get that off, otherwise your lid won't seal properly. Plus this has sugar in it. If that gets on there, it won't seal. I got warm. Oh, first off, let's move this stuff around. What's that for? This is to get rid of any air bubbles. Air bubbles cause contamination, which cause food poisoning, botulism. So you just put something in there, move it around a little bit. You're good to go. So I'm going to put the lids on. Oops. Just finger tight. And they were in warm water, not boiling water. And then I'm going to use my jar lifters and put them in the canner. And you want to make sure they're submerged by at least an inch of water. Which they are now. Bam! Look at that. There's my 2 jars. Once this comes to a full boil, I'll process them. Like I said, 10 minutes, but for me, I gotta add 15 because we're in Colorado. See when they're done. Dun dun dun! Time for the reveal. Man. So when my timer went off, I took the lid off and turned off the burner, and I let it sit in the water for another 5 minutes as part of the canning too. So I'm going to let this sit for about 24 hours, and then I'm going to take these little rings off, and I'll label it and mark it. These things here are so good. I'm just waiting for the pop of the little thing here. Oh, there it is. There's one. Waiting on number 2. That means it can. If it didn't, that's all right. Stick it in the fridge. Eat it. You're going to love it. These little jars cost me next to nothing. I grew the beets in the garden. Seeds were like $1 for a pack. We still have a whole bunch left in the garden. The onion, nothing. Vinegar, come on. A little bit of sugar and water and pickling spice. Big deal. It took an hour of my time. Canning is not scary. It's easy to do. And plus, this stuff sells for big money. Oop, there's my second one. In gourmet stores. So anyway, grow your own food, then can it and keep it for later. This will stay good for a year or 2 at least. Anyway, follow all your guidelines as directed by wherever you live in your altitude. Have a great day. Hope you try this. Subscribe to my website if you want to. Thank you. Bye.